The holidays are coming up, so everyone's starting to wonder what gifts they should get. Whether you're trying to shop for that person who has everything, you're trying to save a little bit of money this year, or you just want to do something different, I have a bunch of ideas for you for relatively easy handmade gift ideas. I'm Emily LaCroix-Halley, a serial hobby hopper living in Los Angeles, and I always make at least a few of my gifts every year for Christmas. Whether that's handmade ornaments, custom blankets, or something else special for the people that I love, I try really hard to think not just about what I want to make, but what they'd like to receive. That could include anything from sentimental gifts around photographs or special memories, to food they like, to items I think that they would enjoy wearing, or keepsakes from special occasions. But not everybody has a million DIY skills in their back pocket, so I'm going to give you a few really basic, easy ones that anyone can do. Of course, feel free to put your own spin on them. This should be a special gift from you to your loved one, and you're the only one who will know how to make that extra special. Now, first I want to talk about food. When it comes to my household, we are already chock full. We don't have any more space for any more things, so I absolutely love consumables. That means things will be eaten or drank, so they will no longer live in your house, but you'll still have the memory and that thoughtful experience of giving a gift that you think somebody will like. So if you have a family member that enjoys drinking alcohol, consider making a custom drink or a custom alcohol for them. Something like an amaretto or a limoncello, which are extremely easy to make. Only really take one kind of liquor and whatever ingredient you're putting in. So limoncello, you're just gonna need a bunch of lemons and vodka. Though these may take a little bit of time, so you probably wanna be prepared ahead of time. If you put them in a really cute bottle, maybe you could hand paint it or put a ribbon or a tag, something that makes it a little extra special. It might be cute to go on Canva and make a custom label so it looks like a liquor brand named after them or after you. And very similar to that is extracts. So if you are giving a gift to the baker in your life, consider making vanilla or almond extract. For vanilla extract, it's pretty much the same process as making the liquor, but in a smaller quantity. So really all you'd need is like a vodka, a gin, a rum. You can mix it with any liquor you prefer. The more neutral flavor, the better. You're gonna cut open some vanilla pods, stick them in the jar, and then just let them sit for like a month. So you're gonna wanna plan ahead for this one. If that doesn't feel like enough of a gift for you, you can always make it part of a basket of handmade items, or you can use them as stocking stuffers. In that same vein, you can make custom sea salts or finishing sugars. So if you want to make a finishing sugar, you can take something like a lemon zest or lavender and work it in with the sugar, bake it, let it dry out, and then bottle it so they have their own custom sugar. That's a flavor they love. Same for sea salt. You can infuse it with different flavors in some hot water over the stove, wait for the salt to dissolve, then put it on a cookie sheet in a very thin layer and just wait for it to dry out. It'll give you these crispy flakes that have whatever flavor you infused into them, and it makes for a really cool, unique gift. Next is a custom bath salt. So if you take some Epsom salt, you can mix in some florals, some teas, other ingredients that make amazing smells like lavender or chamomile, and you'll make a custom soaking salt. Perfect for the loved one that needs to melt stress away over the holiday season. If you have a baked good that your friends or family really love, I really love the idea of putting it in a basket with like a jar of all the ingredients they would need to make it themselves, a cute little custom recipe card, a few other little knickknacks like a whisk or a pan. I recently dried out my sourdough starter for the first time, so it's mailable, and I think it would be so cute to put a loaf of sourdough, a little packet of dried sourdough starter, something like a knife, beeswax, a banneton, a lame, something that would go with them making their own sourdough. Of course, that only makes sense if this friend or family member would make sourdough. Next is a custom sweater. I don't know how to crochet, so I'm not suggesting making the whole sweater from scratch. Although if you know how to crochet, I mean, that's amazing. Go ahead and make them a sweater. But for me, I usually buy a sweater either on sale or secondhand or online, and I'll embroider people's names. Sometimes I'll just do little designs. Last year I made myself a really cute Christmas sweater where I took yarn and embroidered little gingerbread men and candy canes and trees. It came out so adorable. It's quite affordable. You can use 1 to 2 colors of soft yarn. Find a tutorial for chain stitch online. Anybody can do it. It is very simple. And you're just gonna embroider their name on the sweater, and it takes it from a basic sweater that anybody could go buy to something that only you could make for them. You can also customize a tote bag in the exact same way. You'll just use an embroidery floss instead of yarn. Even an apron with the chef's initial on it can be a really great embroidered gift. Some very basic embroidery skills opens up a whole new world of different gift-giving opportunities. Something I used to really enjoy making for friends and family was scrunchies. All you need to do is be able to sew one straight line. You could honestly get away with gluing it, but even just a very basic stitch of sewing. You're going to take one rectangle of fabric, and you can make a ton from one fabric. You're going to sew right sides together, Then flip it inside out, stick a piece of elastic through, tie a knot, and then sew those last two ends together. There's tons of tutorials for this online, but they are super easy and it's really fun to make custom colors, custom sizes based on what your friends and family would like. I always feel like custom glassware is really fun, whether that's cups or mugs or wine glasses, beer cups. It could be something as simple as florals that you make with just a Q-tip, to more advanced, maybe you do a portrait or a picture of their dog or something like that. You just need to make sure you're using a glass or ceramic paint and then curing it properly in the oven. If you do make a custom mug, you can also give me ingredients for your favorite coffee drink or cocoa. If you give them something like a wine glass or beer, of course, give them a couple bottles of wine or beer. Now, one thing that would take a little bit more effort but would be very special is putting together a family cookbook. So what you're gonna do is reach out to your friends or family members and get their favorite recipes, things that are important to their family history or things they just really love that they bring to every function. Gather those recipes and go into Canva, and using the same font and style, put this all together into a little booklet, and you can either print them at home and staple them, or you could send them to like a Snapfish or a Walgreens, any type of printing service, and print a hardcover book that has either family photos on the front, maybe a hand-drawn illustration if you're good at drawing or painting. You could just make a really cute special gift that you can just reprint and give to everybody in the family. It takes a little effort, but the price is not bad. You could always get it spiral bound or put them in binders and print more pages through the years as more friends and family members give you more recipes. That way it's kind of a living gift that you can add to every single year. One that I haven't done but have been seeing a lot of people do online is air or oven dry clay. Things like coasters, trinket dishes, thumb page holders are great with a reader in your life, a spoon rest to go on top of the stove, a ring dish that has like a little mountain in the middle. These are all just extremely easy to do, and then once you paint them, they look just amazing. You can just use regular acrylic paint. If you want it to look super professional, you can cover it in resin and set it with a UV light at the end, maybe spray it with a clear coat to set it. These types of handmade clay items are easy to make look fancy. You can also do custom candlesticks. I've seen people use paint or even crayons, like melted crayons, to paint the wax onto like the tall candlesticks. Those can look really, really cute and special and unique. And of course, anything with photos of them, their dogs, you guys together. You can put them on mugs or coasters. You can do an embroidered portrait version if you know how to do line art. You can put them on ornaments. You can even just buy tiny little frames, put a picture into that frame, and then glue a ribbon on so that it hangs like an ornament. The most important thing when it comes to giving DIY gifts is to think about who you're giving them to. Does this gift make sense for them? Do they have room for it? Do they have a place they can put it and display it if they want to? Does it serve a function in their life? Will it make them happy? That's really the biggest thing. If you think about that and let it inform what gift you make for them, I know they will absolutely love it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for new videos every single week. Bye.